The best relationships always begin with a foundation of truth and trust. If you can't trust the other person, then it's going to be a relationship of fear. Now, specifically, what I mean by this is if you lie, that creates a barrier between you and that person, which actually repels you guys further away. Now, if you use truth in the relationship, it has the magnetic effect of bringing you guys closer together. Now, additionally, if you lie, that also instills a certain fear in you because you become afraid that the other person is going to find out the truth. So, the best relationships, to reiterate, always honor the social contract. And that social contract is your trust that the person that you're communicating with is being true. The next idea I'd like to talk to you about is the ability to be yourself. In the best relationships, you shouldn't have to put on some kind of social mask, wear someone else's identity, and be something that you're not. If the person that you're trying to be friends with does not like you for who you are, that is an emotional red flag. Because you should always be accepted for who you are. Now, one of the greatest things about being who you are means that you will attract people into your life that are equally authentic. And it is that authenticity which creates that magnetic effect where people will then come into you. It's that idea of the law of attraction. And that energy that you're emitting is the type of energy you get back, like a boomerang. What you throw out must come back. So if you're putting out the waves of good, positive energy, you're going to attract that into your life. So when you're true, there's like this internal radar that people have where they sense that. And people are drawn into that because of that creative originality. Now, good communication is a fundamental ingredient in the recipe of the best relationships. For the very fact that you're able to resolve your differences, that you're able to agree to disagree, that you guys can at least strive to understand each other's point of view, even if you guys don't fully agree. But at least you'll understand how the viewpoint has emerged. So when a particular conflict comes up, you guys can talk about it in such a way where you can come into a greater illumination of why that person has that particular viewpoint. Now, it is great to think about how others receive your words. Now, what I mean specifically by this is that you use your language in such a way where you can honor truth, goodness, and positivity. And specifically, what I'm getting at with this is you should always go through these fundamental 3 questions. Is it good? Is it true? Is it positive? Now, by harnessing the power of these questions, before you decide to speak, you will vastly improve your networking skills and your ability to create meaningful relationships with people. Because no one wants to talk to a negative Nancy. No one wants to associate with someone who's not honoring a foundation of truth. So it is these ingredients which make for a healthy relationship. Now, similarly, symbiotic relationships is the idea that there is a mutual enhancement. That is to say, by the virtue of your path, the things that you choose to do, the words that you choose to speak, all of these things amount to a certain amount of value. And that value has significance that you add to someone else's life. But equally, it's a two-way street. It's an intellectual highway where the traffic is going both ways, in the sense that you're adding value to their life and they're adding value to your life. So symbiotic relationships has to be, the symbiotic connection must be prevalent in any great relationship. And you can even take note that, if whether it's with your friends or with family or with animals out in the wild of the animal kingdom, you will notice that there's some kind of mutual enhancement. And one of the things that immediately comes to mind is this thing I saw on National Geographic channel where this alligator will open its mouth and this bird will fly into its mouth and clean its teeth. And so by this happening, there is a certain foundation of trust where the alligator, is allowing the bird to fly into its mouth to clean its teeth, but the bird trusts that, okay, alligator, don't clamp down and kill me. But equally, the alligator is getting the symbiotic value of having its teeth clean while the bird is getting food. So you can see there's this mutual enhancement where they're both adding value to each other's lives. And the other thing is taking a genuine interest. A genuine interest in people's values, in people's thought processes, in people's perceptions. Everyone has their own path. Everyone has their own lens of experience. So when talking to someone, I always take the approach of the eternal student. They know things that I don't know, and I would love to find out what they know. I know what I think, but I want to know, what do they think? So by asking questions, by getting down to the psychological reasons of why they love what they love and why they do what they do, I find that creates a bridge of commonalities. And it's that bridge of commonalities combined with a foundation of truth, the ability to be yourself, having good communication, thinking about how they receive your words, and having that symbiotic connection. Those are the ingredients that makes for the recipe of the best relationships. Thank you.